In 2024, Ubisoft executive got absolutely raked across the coals by gamers for saying that we need to get comfortable with not owning our games. It's a terrible opinion by someone that's part of a terrible company, and it looks like Ubisoft isn't stopping there because now they're saying that monetization makes the player experience more fun. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Ubisoft is in a very terrible position right now. They have a transformation team that's supposed to fix their studios and kind of get their games back in line so that they're focusing on high quality entertainment. I don't see a way that that's going to happen. Their past few releases like Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, X-Defiant, and Skull and Bones have all been major failures, lost them billions and billions of dollars. And the new Tencent subsidiary deal hasn't gone anywhere from what we understand, but now they're pushing this awful take trying to say that you need to get used to microtransactions, guys, because it will make your experience better, which is absurd. So Ubisoft recently published a 400-page universal registration document and annual financial report that covers everything you could ever hope to learn about the company. One tidbit that's being taken away with reckless abandon is a mention about the company's monetization model and the impact it has on players. Now, I am a firm believer that companies should create full experiences and sell them to you for a one-time fee. I'm somebody who is willing to pay $70, or I guess at this point it's going to be $80 for a full-blown experience so that I don't have to pay for microtransactions. If you have a free-to-play game and it's not pay to win, then sure, you can put in like costume customizations or emotes or battle passes, and as long as I'm not required to buy them to actually get the full experience, that's fine with me. Though we know that companies like Ubisoft often push games that are 70, and again, now we're going to be 80, and then they put extra monetization onto it. One of the most ridiculous parts of this recently, of course, has been battle passes. Games like Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws have battle passes, but to top that off, looking at something like Shadows, they even had a map that was paid. There was the store where you could spend Helix credits acquired with real money to purchase map markers to see hidden chests, but also Yasuke, Noe, and world activities on the map. But you can simply use interactive maps online from outlets like IGN, Game Pressure, outlets like that, but they really truly expected you to pay nearly $10 for an interactive map. What a slap in the face to people who actually spent money on this thinking that they were going to get a full experience. Never mind paid DLC, never mind battle passes and extra add-ons like a digital deluxe edition. They really thought that they could sell you an interactive map for $10, which is so freaking ridiculous. And now it seems that they're going to be pushing that mentality even further. So the supersized Ubisoft report covers every facet of the company's performance and development between 2024 and 2025. It's available to anyone, but one of the most glaring notes that crops up on the 10th page of the document pertains to their group business model and strategy. The page opens with a note that Ubisoft is a leader in the video game industry and that stands out thanks to a unique production organization. I do not believe that they are a leader in the video game industry anymore, and I'm glad to be able to say that. And I think that in 5 years or 10 years, we're going to see a major shift where the people who have been running the industry and the companies that have been at the top of the food chain are no longer going to be. I think we are going to see a major shift where there are more AA companies being bumped up to AAA companies and indie studios being bumped up to AA's, and we're going to just see that major change. I would love for that to happen just because the EAs and the Ubisofts really need a slap in the face with reality. But as the page unravels, Ubisoft's reps dip into the subject of monetization, which is where a little delusion might creep in. The adoption of monetization and engagement policies that respect the player experience and are sustainable in the long term. They do not care about respecting the player experience, that's for damn sake sure. I had just talked about this in another video a couple of days ago. It'll be linked down below, but Ubisoft defended their EULA mandating players destroy physical game copies by noting it's existed for over a decade. So they basically said, you're stupid if you didn't know that this was in our our EULA. It's your fault that you didn't notice it. They don't actually respect players at all. And if you just look at their monetization, you can tell that when it comes to the experience, they don't care what experience you're getting as long as you're swiping your credit card. Or else they wouldn't have launched games as buggy and broken or just as bland as Skull and Bones or X-Defiant or even Assassin's Creed Shadows. But at Ubisoft, the golden rule when developing premium games is to allow players to enjoy the game in full without having to spend more. But our monetization offer within premium games makes the player experience more fun by allowing them to personalize their avatars or progress more quickly. However, this is always optional. It does not make the player experience more fun by having them swipe their credit card. Something like an interactive map should be a given in a full price video game. That shouldn't be deemed as a premium microtransaction, right? That makes the experience more fun. We should be able to get cool customizations in the game without swiping our credit card. That is what would make the game more fun, is actually providing the full experience to us with our purchase. They talk about how, though, through its code and conduct, the group is committed to adopting a fair and transparent approach to monetization in gaming, offering fun, engaging, and immersive gaming experiences while ensuring the safety and well-being of players. Ubisoft's monetization strategy aims to enrich players' gaming experience by balancing two main pillars: optionality and fairness across all genres. But they definitely haven't been practicing what they're preaching. I don't trust Ubisoft. I don't think most other people trust Ubisoft. And when you have execs saying that, oh, gamers need to get comfortable with not owning their games for subscriptions to take off, and then saying that, hey, if we add microtransactions to our games, that's going to make the game more fun for people, they are absolutely delusional. These are takes that gamers generally do not agree with. And I think that Ubisoft actually needs to start hiring more gamers, bringing in gamers as consultants on their projects, and actually, I don't know, interacting with us for 5 minutes on social media, maybe, because their takes are absolutely ridiculous. And these are takes that, yeah, gamers just do not agree with. And this is why their business is going under, because they're creating content that is mediocre, that people do not want. People are not willing to spend tons of money on a experience that we have to worry about is going to be shut down, right? Or that you are going to stop updating. And then you have just Ubisoft going forward with all of these like major deals, which could turn out to be good, I suppose, for the franchises that are going to be shifted to the subsidiary. But at this point in time, there's no proof that that's going to happen or that Ubisoft is going to change for the better. And their stocks are nearly at an all-time low. So they're panicking right now. As you can see, they are right at that line where they are hitting that all-time low. So I don't know what they really think making statements like this and having this opinion is going to do for their image, because it just makes them look worse. But now we have Ubisoft saying that monetization makes the player experience more fun, which is insane. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.